Leo. So we're going to do a love, what is it? Love, money, and career. Amor, dinero, y carrera, okay? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I am a seer, clairvoyant, claircognizant, okay? Psychic, so I just don't read. It just depends what I can see, all right? I'm also a professor in our local university, so I've been studying forever in terms of symbolism, okay? So lots of experience, very much drawn to put this channel up, even though it's been very challenging because I don't get any subscribers, but I'm here because I sort of feel like I'm here to deliver a message. I feel like there's a responsibility to having, a gift. I consider it a gift, even though sometimes as everybody that watches that is psychic, and everybody's psychic to some degree, okay? It's just a matter of really working it. Knows, okay? These gifts are special, and sometimes they're very hard to manage. But anyway, welcome. So we will do love, and this is for Leo, okay? Wow, okay. They're all here. Okay, so I will, let me see, put them here and see if you can see them. Okay, this is love. And then we have here money. And I'll show them to you in a minute. And then career. Let me see if I can do this like this. I'll show them to you anyway. Sorry. Okay. There you go. Más o menos. And then bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is about closing out like any type of energies that have been, secretive, that have been non-truths, that have been huge betrayals, okay? So you're closing out that cycle. This is also you getting ready for a new cycle and possibly like a new endeavor, whether it be with business or work is really what I'm sensing. Okay, so this is about organizing, paperwork, just lots of organization. This is also about you refusing to be in any type of relationship, whether it be business or familial or intimate, that there's deceit in. Okay, so beautiful. Yeah, I think you've struggled in the past with some sort of like sketch behavior. So Two of Cups in reverse, okay, and a Five of Swords. So this is a no-win situation, and this is, in the upright. Since it's reversed, then that means you're healing. Let me get my little Apple pin here that I use for my students. And so this is that you're healing after feeling like it was a huge battle and there was a no-win situation, possibly with this love affair, okay? And I don't mean affair, or it could be, love relationship that you thought was going to be very loving, but turned out not to, okay? And remember, this is your love row here, okay? So I think you're much more healing. I think you felt like this was you were regretful of some sort. I think you cried a lot. I think you were very depressed, but you're very much getting out of this energy, okay? And you realize, because you've seen some details here in terms of the Magician, this is, forward movement. This is alchemizing. This is having everything in your power, right? The wands, the pentacles, the air, the water, in order to create this bulb, right? So this looks like Thomas Edison, which is the one that I think did the bulb. And so the lighting, right? So this is about an idea that you've been very much working on, or like an aha moment based on this relationship, this love relationship or love affair. And I'm not saying like affair, but like a situation that you finally saw some sort of detail in which you have really leveled up, but also you have seen the light about maybe these past behaviors, about these situations, or this dynamic that you have in your love life, okay? So I think that you have very much realized, okay, and have had epiphanies, right, in terms of what it is that you want and how it is that you want to move forward, and knowing that you have the power to really, create whatever it is that you want, something very, very different, and being very much guided by light, so divinity, okay? And this is really taking a look at major details. So I think you've learned a lot, and I think you're moving forward, and I really think that, that you're moving away from this negative energy or this depression that you've had, and I think that, it's giving you a different perspective. Moving right along to money, okay? So you have here the devil, which is toxicity or, compulsions, right? Or obsession of some sort, possibly that you had in terms of money of some sort. This is, the Nine of Swords in the upright. It's about having lots of anxiety. It's also about having nightmares. I am a dream interpreter, so make sure that you text me if you're having nightmares. I can tell you what they are. And so this was in the reverse. So this means that you're healing, you're sleeping much better, and you're seeing things in a different perspective. I think you've also had I've already said that, a lot of nightmares, but possibly with having to do with money, because this is it. So maybe there's been some obsessions in terms of I'm thinking maybe shopping, okay, or just some sort of shopping or travel or some sort of indulgence. She has a cup there, so possibly the money in terms of spending money that maybe you don't have, or maybe that you think you're going to replace and it doesn't happen, and so all it does is keep you sort of in the hole, or sort of this cycle that you can't get rid of, that you can't get out of because of the obsessions that you've had. But I think that these are ending. I think that that because of the anxiety that this created, and the lack of sleep, and the lack of nervousness and everything else, that you're really moving away from that. And I think that you're no longer buying just out of impulse, or no longer confused, or eliminating all of your confusion or options, okay? I think this is like a cycle that you had to learn in terms of a karmic cycle, in terms of this lifetime, that you really had to go through in order to be able to manage money, and in order to be able to attract money. And I think there's also some sort of consciousness or pattern about maybe lack that you have been in the past, and you're understanding that that's a pattern, and that is something that you need to break in this lifetime. So there was some karmic cycles that have very much have basically played out, okay, that have really been obsessive for you. But I think you're really moving towards a really good state having to do with money. This is also culminating and knowing that you can achieve much more, and figuring out how to do that, okay? And then at the end of the row, we have career. So I think that there's been some communication that's really going to move forward. This is a new passionate beginning in terms of entrepreneurship, CEO position, new business, maybe influencer if you have a platform. This is about huge opening and just a lot of communication and being very public, okay? This is through social media, or some sort of internet access, or something of that source that's really going to give you forward huge movement. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to do exceptionally well. Things are going to move really quickly for you, okay? I mean, absolutely. This is also if you've put in an application, you're going to be hearing from them, and you're going to be hired. But this is really about sort of influencers, some sort of platform, some sort of creative endeavor that you have basically, because of the Ace of Wands, that you're basically coming into fruition, and then just really being very victorious. This is also sort of the Olympics. So I'm sort of thinking that you won some sort of competition or very competitive field that you're in, and you're going to be very, very prosperous for that, okay? Based on your communication skills, based on your movement, based on your creativity, and based on your passion, all right? So I think that, you're going to get an offer having to do with huge stability and being able to work towards this new endeavor and a new career, and the creativity that you're really creating. This can also be something that you've invented, whether it be music or DJing or something major that is going to be very much looked at and very much out there, okay, and very much discovered after lots of years is what I'm hearing that you've worked on this. So keep on chugging along, okay? And like I said, you're really closing out the cycle of deceit and possibly people that, you know, have been in non-truths. So this concludes your reading, Leo. I would love for you to, if this resonated, for you to help me grow my channel. The goal is 1,000 subscribers. I know that it really isn't a lot, but for me, it's like a lot. And so for those of you who've helped me reach the 600 goal, thank you so much and hope this helped. Love and light. Ciao.